We are coming into Thorndike now, and I'm hoping they're gonna allow me to walk around. Well, they always do. The place is kind of open. When it's open, you can walk around and look at all the stoves, but all the other things they got too. They got antique cars and electronic music box kind of things that are beyond imagination almost. It's just as you come into Thorndike before you cross the railroad track on the right. The railroad track's right there, so it's right up here on the right. Y'all ever get to Maine, you ought to come up here and have a look around. It's a great place. I like it a lot. So, there it is right there. See the sign? Bryant's Antique Stove. Player pianos, Nickelodeons, and all that stuff. Okay. See what they say about fixing ours. So I got the okay from the owners of the place to basically shoot video of what we have sitting around here, and I'm just going to start right where you walk in the front door. It looks like there's a button collection going on out here. Right now, the way it is, there's a missing video, and when I'm showing videos, I've got a video of us driving up to Bryant's stove shop, and then I got the video of us loading the stove, and that whole section in the middle is missing. I thought the camera was running, and it wasn't. And the problem with that is it's the video I've been waiting all week long to get time to put up, and when I went to load it this morning, it's like not there. And the reason it's so disappointing is because we met this wonderful lady up there. I believe she was 87?
No, 85.
83, 85?
85. She'll be 86 on her next birthday.
Her name's B Bryant.
She started the store.
She started this stove shop.
She did. Yeah, not her husband.
Yeah.
She did.
She did. And she told me that they sell stoves that they can't repair to Cracker Barrel. They have a contract, and if you go in a Cracker Barrel store and you see an antique stove, it came from them.
Yep.
That in itself is pretty impressive.
Yep. No.
He said it's a beautiful piece of furniture, and he'd recommend cleaning it up and setting it in the house and setting stuff on it and setting stuff in it. He said, but it'll never work as a furnace again.
No.
No.
Can't burn wood in it.
Can't burn wood in it. So, I suppose we could look around at some things. We might see something here we'd like to have in that room.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you see something you'd like to have, you know.
Oh, I'm sure I could find something.
You think? She also got to talking about a lot of these stoves, like Atlantic and some of these other names that, well, the one that we wound up with, that she bought the patent and the patterns and the parts and the molds to build them.
Yep.
So that if you buy a stove from her and you break like one of the internal parts are designed so that after so many years they burn out or wear out or warp, she said that she can recreate those parts because she has the patterns and the patents and the molds and everything to create new parts for your stove.
Right.
Which is really amazing.
Well, it is. It is when you think of how many stoves cannot be repaired.
So, and the stoves that she makes, well, the one we bought, totally restored. We thought it was a new stove. We literally thought it was a new reproduction of an old stove, but it was made in 1898, and the date is inside of it. She explained how the glass is cut out of mica stone, shaved out of a piece of mica, which is amazing. That stove has, and Trish will show you later in the video, it has where you can flip up the top, and it has this nickel plated pieces where it's supposed to stay cooler to the touch, so you can flip that up. Underneath there's a little eye, and you can put a teapot on there, or stick a baked potato on there, or open it up and feed wood in from the top or feed wood in from the side. Just a really neat stove. We went up there thinking we was going to get ours fixed, and they said, it's a beautiful stove, it makes a fabulous piece of furniture, it's not fixable. So we went back in, and I said, well, I know I was going to spend some money to fix that one. I'm willing to spend some money to get a good stove for the back room. and we started looking at parlor stoves, and that's when we met B, and she started telling us her story, which was really much more fascinating than hearing us talk about it.
Right.
But I just, I like her so much that I think I'm gonna try to take a day off and drive back up there and see if I can interview her again. That's how interesting she was. Just a very, very nice lady, very cool, and very fun to talk to.
She was pretty
Just
awesome.
delightful. We just fell in love with her,
She knew her stuff, and like I said, when she started the stove, 40, 50 years ago,
Yeah.
and it's been her baby, and she's done everything there.
Yeah.
She knows her stoves.
Family business.
Yeah.
She said, "Y'all come back in the summertime and I'll give you a Model T ride." And we're going to take her up on it too.
Yeah.
And she did let us look in the toy shop. I'll show you the video from that. I know I'm not doing her justice, and I'm really sorry that I didn't. I have this thing where I hit a button on the camera and I think it's working, but there's no light that comes on or anything to tell me, and sometimes it's not, and that's exactly what happened. So, even though that happened, I still wanted to talk about what a delight she was. Her name's B. Bryant, and when she started talking about these wood stoves, I said, "Well, you're like the wood stove, the queen of the wood stoves." And she said, "Yeah, they call me Queen Bee."
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to share that with y'all.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's already sold.
That's pretty cool. That's an old-fashioned lathe, belt-driven lathe right there. I don't know if there's anyone around to turn it on today, but all of these things that you see in this room come to life when they throw the switch and they start spinning around and dancing. Little merry-go-round goes around, and little Ferris wheel goes around. All these Barbie dolls start dancing, and that little horse right there starts prancing. I've been in here one time when they had it turned on. All these little gewgaws spin around. It's like a toy. There's one right there, a little toy puppet that dances. Pretty cool. Pretty special. A lot of this is handmade. It looks a lot like it's made out of a bicycle wheel. Pretty sweet. Special little tools here. I know that one of these rooms has a, I don't know if this is a workshop, but there was a bunch of antique cars. Maybe it's through that door. I don't think I want to go through there uninvited though. I don't want to do that. But anyway, there was another room full of cars, antique cars, and all kind of things. I was here before, so if y'all ever get a chance to come up here, I'd recommend it. Nice place.
Very nice.